Hi, I'm Hein, and this week will be the last part of the Logic IC. This week I'm gonna talk about the overall review about the Logic IC and the overview of the semiconductor industries. First of all, I want to talk about the application-specific integration circuits. In ASICs, there are three types. The first thing is full custom design, and the second thing is STD cell-based design, and the last thing is the programmable ASICs. The first thing is it means pros the method making the logic IC from A to Z. So it need a lot of specialists who is well trained, and it consumes a lot of times to make it, but it is relatively have good performance and the flexibility in designs. But the second thing, the STD cell-based design, is the method by uh, concatenable the basic cells together to make full logic system. In this method, we can decrease the making time and the costs when we use the basic cell. And the last thing, the programmable AC is the method just contain the logic chips with the program which was already made by the chipmaker. So in this case, it is hard to increase the chip density, but it is very cheap when we make a mass manufacturing. But nowadays, the standard method is using the SCD cell-based design. In this situation, we have to make a standard cell. So when the passes the generation of the standard cells, there are so many technical method was changed. First of all, we can choose the change of the fin shape. At first, when we make the standard cell, the fin shape was a little bit tapered fin because it was very hard to make a rectangular fin which have the high HAR. But because the technique of the process are improved, so nowadays the fin shape is nearly rectangular and not tapered. And the second thing is the change of the materials, like making the work function material or other things. It has changed because to make the better controlling the work function better, or the or have to get the stability of the process. So after when progress the fin node size, the fin shape or some materials are changed continually. So the most we have to know about it is the shape of the source-drain epi, because when the node size was big, the source-drain epi was non-merged because the distance between the fin is far. But nowadays, the pitch of the fin is become more smaller than ever, and the source-drain epi, so the source and epi was merged together. It have some advantages when it exists singularly, because when we have the merged source and epi, we can decrease the contact resistance and also make the strong strains to the channel. So to make a well merged source and epi is important when making the nowadays FinFET. And last, I want to talk about some the industry of the semiconductor in the semiconductor industries. As we know, there are so many companies which make the which is have some connection with the semiconductor. So we can distinguish these companies into 6 categories. The first thing is IDM and the IP, families, design house, and foundry, and last is OSAT. The IDM is the company which make the semiconductor from A to Z. They design the chip and make it and test it and sell also. And IP is the company which only design the chip, and the families is the company which do not have the fab, and they sells their design which their own property. And the design house is the company which connect the families and the foundry, because in this case to make the chip successfully, it needs to have some connection together to improve the well made the chip. And the foundry is the company which do not design the chip but only make it, but when they get the design from the families. And last, OSAT is the company who package the chip or testing it. When it was last, it was important to how many chips integrated in the chips, but it is not important nowadays, because in nowadays chips the transistors are too many, so it is not important to counting it. So nowadays it is important to make the plan to make it the chip which together from all the companies, to because it is too fast and too hard. So I think it is the most important thing to make the chips nowadays. Thank you for listening this week's review. Thank you.